I've been waiting too long, so I came back this time with a new song. Same old attitude, wanting y'all to sing along. What we talking about? Fill it up and put that thing on. Know we got that brown, holy water. Watch it, y'all be sipping, merch, drop it, black, bless it, la, pop it, Tanya, pour it, Georgie, rock it. Every Sunday at 7, yeah, you can't stop it. Like, share, follow, don't forget to comment. Getting baptized by every topic. Heard we the best, but I ain't the one that gossip. Brown, holy water, watch it, y'all be sipping, merch, drop it, black, bless it, la, pop it, Tanya, pour it, Georgie, rock it. Brown, holy water, watch it, y'all be sipping, merch, drop it, black, bless it, la, pop it, Tanya, pour it, Georgie, rock it. Brown, holy water, watch it, y'all be sipping, merch, drop it, black, bless it, la, pop it, Tanya, pour it, Georgie, rock it.
Yo, y'all already know what it is. Black Success is in the building. Lives running late. We got the rest of the cast members here, and they're going to introduce themselves, tell you their energy, and all that good stuff. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
It's your favorite tomboy, Danny, a.k.a. Georgie. Feeling real good today.
It's Auntie Tanya. What's up, guys?
And like I said, Lives running late.
You about to get slapped on the wrist when he comes here.
He seen me with no shape up and shit. He ran to the barbershop to get his shit situated and all that. I'm looking crazy right now. Big news. Birthday flyer is definitely dropping next week. I know I'm early, but I want to put it out there early. So your Christmas present is my birthday flyer. You know what I mean? We're going to get that to y'all next week. But for right now, I know Tanya ready to get into her bag.
I can't believe he zoomed straight past my birthday talking about his birthday. I still can't get over that shit.
Live was a diva and she he fucked that whole package up. You know what I mean? But go ahead, Tanya, gotta give us what's going on this week. Gossip. Okay.
We still in that dark rabbit hole we went down. We just can't seem to come out of that rabbit hole. Let's talk about Nicki Minaj for like a little bit. Now, this week, earlier in the week, she posted a video of her new boo with a tattoo on his neck of her name. Nice, Onika on the neck, you know, real pretty, whatever. But what was interesting to me about that post, and then I went back into her page and noticed other posts. Almost every post she has with this man has all of the comments off. She has comments on for her selfie. She has comments on for her promo, for her work. But when it comes to this guy, the comments get turned off. And of course, more than likely is because people just have nasty things to say. And I spoke about this earlier, and I'm like, I mean, love who you want to love and be with who you want to be with. But if your love, when you put it out there, it still has not been welcomed by the majority, you might want to look at that as a little red flag. If you can't even publicly share your love to the point where you can be free about it. People gonna say shit anyway, it doesn't matter. But if you have to turn your comments off just for the sake of peace, that is a red flag. That is a red flag.
Why? I'm just asking, cause she had
the comments off for Meek.
No, and look what happened. Regardless, like it's probably a situation too where she probably tired of hearing what people have to say. Like she been through Meek, she been through Nas. You know what I mean? So
Nas comments was on too,
and you know what I mean. When she first got with him, people were saying stuff, so she probably don't want to hear.
But she never turned it off for either one of them. She never turned it off for either one of them, even though people were talking shit then. It's a different conversation. It's one thing to change your boyfriend quickly, but then it's another thing when you take somebody new on and this person has such a crazy background that you have forgiven, yes, but you gotta to some extent consider the fact that you're not at peace. If you have to turn your comments off, you're not at peace.
You're a celebrity and your whole business is in the limelight. You're never gonna be at peace if you keep looking at certain things. Like I said, this man, it was a situation in the beginning where they were saying things about him already. So she probably don't want to deal with that. She probably don't want to see that. We never know how the situation is. I mean, the relationship could be a red flag. We don't know.
Awesome. If I'm with somebody and I can't even be peaceful with them, like I'm not saying it's gonna all go to shit, because she could be happy as ever, but that is definitely a red flag. If so many people are telling you, like, sis, like, what the fuck is you doing? Mm-hmm. If millions of people are like, just so you know, this is not kind of cool what you're doing, you might wanna you might wanna give it a little bit of ear. Well, I'm not saying change your life.
A lot of people don't want to be judged for their past.
True.
A lot of people, when they enter
Mm-hmm.
new relationships, they say, "Don't judge me by my past." And Nikki is not judging him by his past, and many are. And I think that's where we have the dilemma.
Very true.
You know, I think that's where it lies.
Very, very true.
But and so a lot of people are being hypocrites, because a lot of people are judging him by his past. And you know, if we were to do, if the shit was flipped and everyone else was being judged by their past and some of their poor decision making, then you know everyone would be like, "Oh shit! Like, what are you doing? I'm a new person. I know my worth now." Like, he probably knows his worth now. You know what I mean? He's not a sex offender anymore.
He's not a sex offender anymore.
Who knows?
He's not a sex offender anymore.
Yeah, he changed his mind. He's not about that anymore.
He grew as a person.
Yeah.
He doesn't touch underage children anymore. Underage
more
girls
pedo-
anymore.
People grow. People grow, man. People grow.
I mean, he killed somebody, or he's accused of killing somebody. I mean, not for nothing, he did his time. So he did his time.
Once he did his time. You gotta, you know what I mean? You gotta let that rock. What else you got?
On a much lighter note, this weekend was past couple of days, we had Duce Palooza, and Jay-Z popped up.
Yeah,
you know, we had a nice little legendary picture. We had
to my
Fab,
homie,
Meek, and Jay-Z in one picture. You know, I like that image personally. I think it represents a lot. It represents for me. It's like these are three guys that came from backgrounds like all of us and turned nothing into something. Mm-hmm. You know, so I like the picture. Most people I saw only posted positive things about it. I was waiting for the negative Nancy's and Nathans to pull up, but I noticed that not a lot of people did, and I'm pretty sure it's because, I mean, at least 2 of the 3 people in the picture right now are trying to do something good for the community. You know, Meek and Jay-Z are part of the prison reform that's happening right now. Mm-hmm. So I'm pretty sure people are just taking up that positive energy and going with it. So had a nice little energy came up early in the week. But then, so for those of you who didn't know, we have the official release dates of 2 of Buju Banton's first. So Buju Banton's first set of concerts he's going to be having, to release the dates. He has one in Barbados, and he has one in Jamaica. Jamaica's going to be the first one, Barbados is the second one. And not surprisingly, the LGBTQ community in Barbados has called for Buju Banton to publicly denounce his song Boom Bye Bye, or else he cannot perform.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Let's not forget about 2 weeks ago they called for Kevin Hart to denounce his jokes he made about 10 years ago. Boom Bye Bye is 20 years old. I have a lot of feelings about this, and I am nowhere near anti-gay. I am nowhere near against the community. Love who you want to love, but at what point do we
draw the line?
Yeah, at what point do we allow people to be who they are? First and foremost, Buju Banton is Rastafarian. Mm-hmm. It's against his religion. Mm-hmm. This is what he believes in. This is his belief. Yeah. To not promote homosexuality. Mm-hmm. Secondly, for those of you who didn't know, the reason that song was made was because there was a case where a grown man raped a little boy. That's why Boom Bye Bye was made. That's why he was angry in the song. That's what he was denouncing. It wasn't necessarily homosexuality as an idea, but it's kind of like, you're a grown man fucking a little boy. Mm-hmm. And it's already bad when you fucking a little boy. It's a whole other level when you're fucking it's the same sex as you. It's not even like you touch a little girl, which is nowhere near right. Mm-hmm. But you add another layer to when you add the homosexuality into it. And that's why that song was written. So for him to come 20 years later to say, I'm sorry for saying I'm gonna put a fucking gun to somebody's head because you fucking raped a little boy. I wouldn't personally want him to say that.
When do you exercise your right for freedom of speech?
That too.
And like, this is my opinion, and this was years ago. But why must I apologize for something that I'm not sorry for?
And then, not for nothing, Georgie is not a person who spews hate. Like, if you listen to all of his music and the person who he is, and you follow him for years, and you are a fan, you know he's not a hateful person. Case in point, when the song Browning came out, I love my car, I love my bike, I love my money and ting. But most of all, I love my Browning. I mean, when that song came out, it was a big song. But what happened was, women who were dark-skinned took issue to it. Why? It's in the Caribbean. We are, until this day, unfortunately, plagued with colorism. So it was kind of like he was promoting lighter-skinned girls or browner girls over dark girls. And what did Georgie do? It wasn't no official call or cry, but he saw the outrage, and he saw how his music was taken, and he saw how it was. And the person he is, what happened after? Stop cry, for y'all black woman. Big up on the gal with dark complexion. He came back and he honored darker skin too. He understood
now
that.
We all know what's in Tanya's. We know what she listened to going to work. You understand? You know the words, all right, Tanya. I know a few myself. I'm just saying,
like, let's not make this artist like he's somebody who spews hate. This is not somebody who promotes it.
Honestly, at this point, I feel like the LGBTQ community is bullying people. They're like,
that's how I feel.
Any little fucking thing that they could dig up. Hey, you said this back in 1600. Nah, we're not going for that.
And the worst,
it's getting disrespectful, and it's getting to the point where they want us to have a certain feeling about them, a negative, emotion towards them for what they're really bringing to the fucking table. But
just so they could say y'all bullying.
And then, worst of all, the worst part, the part that doesn't sit. The best would be Hi, how are you? Hello.
Ladies.
Lies in the building.
Come back, tune in, ladies. Lie is back in the building. Right now.
Y'all can now share the video, because Lie is here.
I'm sorry, man. I was driving past this orphanage. It was on fire, and I had to save these kids.
Oh, my God.
You're such a nice
Tis the
guy.
season.
Tis
the season, Lie. Tis the motherfucking season. So just so you know, so let's bring you up to speed. Right now, we're discussing the fact that the LGBTQ community of Barbados is calling for Buju Banton to publicly denounce his song "Boom Bye Bye."
He just came home.
He's been home like 20 seconds, right? The part that's the most unsettling to me is they're calling for somebody to denounce a body of work that's 20 years old. We can argue that he made this when he was a whole different person. That's just a fake argument. However, last week, and only fucking last week, it became illegal to lynch in America. No exaggeration.
What do you mean? There's a law now?
It's official. Last week, it became illegal on black and white to lynch somebody. You could have lynched somebody and gotten the fuck away with it. Gay rights has been on and popping. They could have been getting married. They can do what they want. They have. Now we don't even have sexes on bathrooms, in schools. Anybody can use anything. You had the right to identify 4 years. But last week, somebody looked like any one of us at the table could have been lynched and somebody could have gotten off. Like, what is how do we value human rights? Somebody looking like Buju Banton could have gotten lynched 2 weeks ago and somebody could have fucking gotten away with it. Like, what? Like nobody's calling for apologies for that shit? Anybody call for the apology for Trayvon Martin? Anybody call for the apology of Philando Castro? Anybody call for the apology of Eric Garner? But we gotta apologize for saying, oh, I don't like what you do sexually.
And it's in the Bible. Jesus didn't like it neither.
There's a whole bunch of verses for that too. It's like, why are you trying to, it's not you, but why force sexuality down people's throats? Like, we're at the point in time, people are way more accepting. Like, we're okay with this shit. But don't tell me because I don't accept your lifestyle, I'm a hateful person. You could love who you want. I could still not be I could not be for homosexuality, and that's quite fucking gay.
Not in this world.
Apparently, it's an insult if a trans woman comes on to a man, the man says, "Yo, I don't want to be with you because you're really not a." You're really not a woman. You're a man, and I'm not attracted to you. And that could send people in a topsy-turvy. All of a sudden, it's I hate this and I hate that. It's not. Like, let people have their choice. You have your beliefs. I have my beliefs. All right? But
So wait, real quick. What do you mean they want him to like?
he has to come out and apologize for making the song.
Bro, get the fuck out of here.
That was my reaction. I
Boom,
literally
bye,
said-
bye. Butty boy,
Chill,
I
we
don't
ain't
know.
got protesting us. We not that big.
That's a song, boy.
Go ahead, Tanya. Tell us what else you got
Last,
going on.
Probably get
but-
used that like that song.
Last but certainly not least, y'all heard what happened in Puerto Rico this week, right?
Oh, look, Cardi.
Cardi B and her husband of 1 year and the father of her child are making amends quite happily.
Amen.
They were
Congrats.
spotted.
Shout out to them.
They were spotted in Puerto Rico on a jet ski, living their best lives.
So I'm
And I-
talking about, man. Crash
I
that
called
stage,
it.
fellas.
I called it, man. I called it, man. It's what it
Show it
is.
to your woman job, man. Bring no
This is
flowers,
love,
And
man.
like
Appreciate that
my
shit.
theory has been the same from day fucking one. We have witnessed the best Jedi mind trick since Beyonce and Jay-Z in that motherfucking elevator. I'm just saying. When that shit went off at the Met Gala, Underrun tour tickets were not going as they wanted it to. Solange threw a few punches. We never knew what happened. All of a sudden, ticket sales boom. Jedi mind trick. You have people do things to keep relevant. She. This is the big. I don't know this if how it missed everybody, but the thing for me was this: trust patterns. Cardi B has openly vented time and time again about situations in her life. Her communication is good, but when she's upset, you know she's upset. Y'all see the rant she went on when she had a situation with Nicki Minaj. You see her live videos, but she's gonna come give you a nice calm video about her cheating husband and a divorce. Like, I just want to say that me and my husband is my BFF and we're working on it, and it's going like that shit didn't fly. Like, what? No, if I believe y'all let that shit pass y'all the first time, I'm like, nah, this ain't right. Then we get Culture, and then we find out Offset's album is coming out, and the day his album comes out, he publicly apologizes to Cardi. And then 2 days later, he pops up on stage. And then the day Money video comes out, they back together. Y'all motherfuckers serious? Y'all were really going in. And that shit was so obvious. But shout out to them for amending their fake breakup. It was wonderful. We enjoyed it. It was entertaining. And shout out to the people who switched energies, who suddenly forgot all the paragraphs they were paragraphing.
Oh my God.
The paragraphs disappeared.
Cardi had so much PR. I was like, what the fuck? Who hired you? Who hired you?
Give her
Check your
space.
group chat. She ain't there.
I did. Give her her space.
Check your group
I
chat.
still
She
stand by
ain't
that.
there.
Son. Trust
Party from the
patterns.
Bronx, man. This gonna
Trust
take way more than that to
patterns.
break
Mello
up,
got back
man.
with Lala too.
Oh,
Hello?
yes.
Yeah, come on, man.
I love
Hello?
that. I love that.
Yeah,
that
man.
slipped me. That wasn't
Love
mixed
come
up.
with
That
forgiveness,
was good.
man. It's a package deal. If you love someone, you gotta forgive. You gotta move on.
For
you
better,
gotta
for
keep
worse.
trying till you can't try no more. And you gotta start being a wife before you are a wife. You gotta be a wife at the girlfriend stage so that you can get there. You know what I mean? But Locke, you're here. You're back. Your car made it. Congratulations.
Thank you, man.
What's going on? What are the topics for today? What are we talking about?
We're gonna stay on this relationship shit. You know?
Okay, I'm okay with that,
Let's
Locke.
talk about sex in relationships.
Let's talk about it.
How often should you be having sex in a relationship?
Twice a week, bare minimum.
That's a good.
That's a good number.
Nah, I don't know. That's not good.
If you're deep in the
7
relationship,
days
like
a week, twice.
if you're deep in the relationship with two different schedules, things going on.
You throwing different deciding factors.
Oh, okay.
Both
But if
working
you-
9 to 5.
Mm.
No kids.
Oh, 3 to 4. 3 to 4 easy. Can't
Nah, I
do
take
5.
3 to 4.
Yeah, I'm not doing 5, my G. I need excitement. I need a day off. I can be excited about hitting you again. Like I can't just it ain't all day every day. Like, you know what I mean? There's
How
different
important
shit
is
going
sex
on.
in a relationship, though?
For me, it's it's very important. I mean, it's the engine. You know what I mean? You don't need the check engine light, going off. You know what I mean? You need to keep the check engine light off at all times. You know what I mean? So, yeah, sex is very important. It's not everything, but it's very important.
Give it a percentage in your relationship. What would you say? 80-20?
40%.
40% of relationship?
Yeah, 40%.
Yes.
Definitely. Sex could be your cause of breaking up.
Mm-hmm.
People leave because they're not satisfied.
We're gonna get to that.
Okay. Excuse me.
Jumping the gun there, bro.
I'm sorry.
So you gonna jump the gun?
I got my sneakers on. Sometimes
I see.
you jumped a little hurdle. Excuse me.
I see you moving on
yeah,
up.
40. You know, 40 because other things. And I think in the beginning of a relationship, it actually ends up being more. Ends up being 80. And then as the relationship goes on, it decreases. That's science right there. That's my little clip for the week. You know what I mean?
Ladies, how important is it? How important is sex?
To a relationship? Very important. Very, very, very important.
How many times a week is cookie hitting the cookie?
Mind your business. What the fuck?
This is what we here for. People want to know. You see people screenshotting your shit and send it.
Yo.
People want to know, son. They don't want to see happy people. You gotta tell them you hitting it every day.
I think 3 to 4 is a good number too, considering life happening, being tired, being frustrated, schedules not clashing the way it's supposed to clash. I think 3 to 4 is decent, but if you have you get to the week where you have 1, there's nothing to be alarmed about. Just life happens. So.
I think you should have sex as much as you want to have sex. I don't really.
Why you always gotta do that?
Because I don't really have any numbers.
On this shit, B.
I don't put numbers on things.
What's gonna not make you satisfied? And you're in a relationship.
When I want to have sex and you don't, like if I always want to have sex and you don't always want to have sex, then it's not gonna make me satisfied.
Say I need to get dick down at least once a week, at least
4 or 5.
All right, then just say it. Why you couldn't say 4 or 5?
Because it might be 3 next week. Might be 1 this week.
Motherfuckers with jobs. Yeah,
that's not
true.
There's
no way you got a job and you hustling and you.
How?
You got
energy for
what's quickies?
Every week.
What's quickies?
4 to 5 is
quickie.
Like
all right.
Like
quickie,
what's a quickie?
Yeah.
Like I ain't saying you gotta go full throttle. Like mad. But
I'm saying
giving you full.
So you can roll over.
I was giving you 4 play. This is kisses, movie on everything. I was giving you my number was full throttle.
You can get like 3 full throttles, like 3 full throttles a week isn't bad. When you got a bunch of stuff going on.
I'm not having no pants on when I'm getting down.
So socks off. Have a quickie with no pants on.
I'm gonna go like once a week.
Why?
Because
you seem like that type of guy.
I'm not extra sexual like that.
Yeah, you seem like that.
I don't
feel like that.
For real, like I mean, as long as I know it's there, I'm not pressed about it. We can do it once a while. I'm not really
but that's
knocking the door down trying to. I'm more about the companionship. Like you in the bed and I feel your presence there. Yes. I ain't always gotta put dick in you. I'm just happy.
You didn't prep that properly.
Huh?
You didn't prep that properly.
That's good.
That's how I am. Like,
some dudes are like that. They just want to cuddle and touch you. Just have a woman in the bed.
Yeah.
It makes you sleep better, yo.
Put a leg on me. They say take the sheets from me.
Yeah.
That's it. I miss that type of shit, man.
But then when you have a breakup or something, and she's not there and the bed be empty, that should be tight. Yo,
your side of the bed. Your side.
It's different. It's different.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
Different.
So what percentage y'all give sex in a relationship then?
I think it it's definitely more than 50. But it depends on the stage you are in the relationship and also what you're going through. We can't be right now, we not on the same page, like you over here and I'm over here, and all of a sudden sex is still 80%. Like sex drops all the way down. We're trying to just at this point solve our issues and get our problems together and whatever. But if we good, I'm gonna need my back blown out. It's just
you saying when you mad you don't want sex? That's what you trying to say?
Because there's more important things. Like we need to get to the bottom of our issue as to why we're disagreeing.
Sometimes sex could be it. Like so you could be
but
aggravated.
If you go to couples therapy, one of the things that they tell you is stay away from sex when you're going through some stuff because sex clouds your judgment. Sex gives you endorphins, it makes you feel good, and you don't actually get to the root of the issue. You just you just fucking just pass it off, and that's a lot of people have a lot of latent issues keep going forward because they be mad for 2 days, don't exactly deal with the situation, but go fuck and think everything is okay again because we fucking again. Right. So
sex
when the issue's not dealt with.
And shit.
What about oral? Does that count?
It does count because you get an orgasm.
You get an orgasm.
Sex.
I'm just saying.
I wanted to complete the word.
So what would you do if your partner isn't satisfying you? How can you respectfully tell your partner that they aren't satisfying you?
I'm not being satisfied.
I'm telling you.
Straight like that?
I'm telling you.
Women will say that.
They lying.
And then when you tell them that
true.
they pussy stink, they're gonna break up with you. You understand? So
listen,
it's like
I'd rather you tell me.
training is a very
that
big
hurts
thing,
if you
right?
say I'm not satisfied. Like you're not satisfying me. That hurts.
Yes.
I think the best thing to do, the most adult thing to do, is to guide them during the process and still make it seem
like they're doing it.
Not only that they're doing it, but not like it's a request, kind of like a sexual desire.
Yeah, that's the first step
in the process. You understand? And that's the only thing that I say would actually work.
But that opens up the person to interpretation and figuring it out. Like you're basically hoping they figure it out. Or hoping how you position on it.
Let me put it like this. Hold on, before you even get into that, let me help you out because I don't think you're understanding me here. Let me fix my camera because I don't like that. Yeah. So what I'm saying is this: sex is a master lock, right? It all look the same. You understand? It all look the same, but it's a different combination to open up each one. So we need to know. What's the numbers for your shit? You understand? Because I might be putting in the combination for my last situation, which made her happy, but it might not be making you happy.
That's why you need the master key.
This is why you got to guide me. You got to say 38, 14. You got to guide me into that. Now, if you give me the combination and I still can't open up the lock, then I'm not the guy. I'm not the guy then. You know what I mean? Because now you got the combination to the lock. There's no secrets here because they all come with a little sticker in the back telling you what the fuck it is. So once they give you that, if you still cannot open up the lock, you still can't open up her fortress to happiness, to satisfaction, to pleasure, to climax. And if you are not that guy, then you are not that guy.
I kind of agree. I kind of agree because I feel like sex is teachable. So, but if it comes to a point where you're not getting it, like you said, Tanya, then I would be like, well, you're not satisfying me on this. Because most of the time, people are good at one thing and they may not be that good at another thing. Some people, you know what I mean, they could balance it out. But I just feel like if I have to tell you that you're not satisfying me, that shouldn't be a problem. I'm not going to be disrespectful about it, but just being straightforward shouldn't hurt your feelings. Because if you was to tell me that I don't satisfy you, I'm going to ask you, well, what is it that I don't, like, what is it that I'm doing that doesn't satisfy you? That just opens conversation on trying to please you.
What if it's continuous?
And my thing is, like,
every day you tell me I'm not satisfied.
That's wrong.
You know, wrong. That's how women move, though.
Yo,
that's wrong.
Women to throw that shit in your face over and over and over. You know what I mean? You know, as soon as they get mad at you, shut your little dick ass up.
Little dick ass nigga. I ain't come years because of you.
See, we have you know, and this is real issues. That's why I'm not cracking jokes. I think my camera's off. Is my camera off?
I'm like, we off. But keep
going on.
No.
Yeah, it look like we off.
We on go.
See, you see the blue light around my shit. But it's you know,
nope. We went black.
It is off, right? We went black for a little bit.
It says device is not available.
yeah.
We didn't touch anything.
Nobody touched anything. Nobody moved anything.
Can they hear us?
I think they can.
Can you hear us?
So let me keep talking, and if needed, I'll bring it back. Yeah, it's definitely black. It's pitch black.
They can hear us. We still live.
Mm-hmm. We're still live. Give us a second. We're gonna get this right. I'm gonna preach to y'all in just a second. Cameras are off. Cameras are back on. I see the blue light. The cameras are back on. Okay, so. Like I was saying,
they can hear us.
Yeah, they can hear us still. So, like I was saying, we have a real issue when it comes to communication. A lot of people don't know how to put feelings into words. You know what I mean? That's a real big transition right there. So a lot of people, they end up being too blunt where the message don't really get across because the disrespect is lingering. You understand? Like someone saying, "Oh, you're not satisfied. I'm not happy with the sex." Like, damn, that's too aggressive. That's too. I'm not catching it now because now it sounds like you disrespecting me, like as if my sex is broken. Now, I mean, my sex ain't broken. Just tell me I ain't doing the right shit for you.
For
like,
you,
you know what I mean? So you gotta figure out a better way to communicate that you're not satisfied and give ideas. You know what I mean? There's two things. There's confrontation and there's carefrontation. Confrontation is just identifying a fucking problem. That's it. I'm confronting something. This is our issue. The carefrontation is the problem with the solution. You gotta give the suggestions on how to fix it. I got 2 clips for this year.
So my thing is, I believe in ultimately, if I care about you and I want to keep having sex with you, I want you around, I'm gonna tell you there's no me finessing it and bending it and twisting it. I'll sit down and say, hey babe, listen, you know, right now I'm just not satisfied. And I'm not saying it in a way where it's like, nigga, you don't know what the fuck you doing. It's like, I'm just not satisfied. Maybe I have a different sexual drive or sexual level compared to you. People are at different levels sexually. Maybe you're not on mine. Maybe I'm not on yours. But I'm going to say, listen, babe, I'm not satisfied, you know, I like this. We could do more of this. You could do less of this. And likewise, if he comes to me and says, babe, you know, I don't have sex with you, it must because of whatever. It's nothing to me for me to be offended about. Yes, I'll feel some type of way because I am human. But I'd rather him come to me and say that than go find it outside. Is the lesser of two evils. You could either suck it up, swallow your pride, and listen because your person cares enough to fix the issue with you, rather than them being like, in their head, this bitch ain't doing shit, let me just go find a bitch who already knows me or could just figure me out. Like, you should appreciate your person telling you, I'm not satisfied. You should be happy when that shit happens, because they could have taken the easy way out.
What if it's something they can't fix, like size, like a guy's size?
You know that
this
from the
other
beginning.
Yeah,
so you wouldn't.
A lot of women think because he's a good guy, I could deal with it. He does everything else. You know what I'm saying? And then
I ain't that bitch. Like,
and then I'm just, but it's women. Don't act like it ain't women like that.
For me to have a whole relationship with a nigga I know I'm not gonna satisfy. Like, that's setting yourself for failure. Like, nobody is that lonely. Nobody should be that lonely.
Not lonely, but like you said, if it's not 100% of the what's the name? If it's not 100% of the relationship, and this guy's a really good guy, he does everything you want.
He's not doing everything you want because the sex is not good. Like,
if you
my everything includes sex, my guy.
You said 40%.
But it includes sex.
You said 40?
And I said I agree.
My thing in my part of my relationship includes sex. I'm not saying be a perfect sex partner. I'm not saying being the very best I ever had, but we have to have a good compatibility on a sexual level. Mm-hmm. And I'm not gonna water that down because you bring me lunch and text me good morning. Because no other guy ever texts me good morning every day. You fucking kidding me? The bar is that low? I'm gonna put myself in a relationship with somebody I know is not satisfying me just because I think I'm not gonna get somebody else.
It's not thinking. What if he's a really good guy?
It's about
what if he's a good guy?
You know, you only get. You ever been to like one of them like parks where you get like a clover leaf with 4 of the clovers? That's like the Lucky Charms logo and stuff. It's so hard to find them shits. Like, you know what I mean? Most of them usually have 3. So I think what Lai is trying to say, if you find a 4, if you find a motherfucking Lucky Charms joint with 4, like, are you just gonna trade that in, knowing that most of those are 3s out there? Are you gonna trade a 4 in the rarity of having a 4?
Yes, if I'm not gonna be satisfied, I'm not gonna have something just to say I have it.
I think everybody's teachable though. In sex.
I said, well, if it's something that's not teachable.
Like, if it's size
from the beginning, though, regardless. And if he, all right. So my thing is this: what if his penetration doesn't satisfy you, but everything else that he does do?
It's all about what you're willing to compromise. That's his overall sex. Maybe his size is not what it is, but his overall performance and how he actually satisfies you, and it's not the size that is his issue.
If sex is that important, that's crazy to me.
No. Listen to me. I am not gonna sit here and act like there's not good men in the world who have good sex with them or who has decent sex with them. I'm not gonna be like, well, I had 5 shitty boyfriends you know, and this guy is really good, but his sex is really trash, and I'm gonna subdue my basic human need because I think that's what I'm going back to. I think I'm not gonna find somebody else. I'd rather go back on the market and wait.
1 second, right? Based on just what you're saying, just the information you provided, no one else, right? Basically, what you're saying is that you're not gonna denounce what you want from a man because the sex is good is not good, so you're not gonna settle for less. You know what I mean? You need sex is too important to not be good in the relationship, right? But there's plenty of women, and I mean plenty of women that just settle for good sex. And the dude ain't have nothing else.
No other qualities.
The dude
Sucks
ain't
to be
have
them.
nothing fucking else.
Sucks to be
just
them.
Good sex.
Sucks to be them.
It does. But what I'm saying is like I'm pretty sure if you could offer them the red pill or the blue pill again, they're not gonna pick just the good sex. Like because it's so much more to life. You understand? It's so much more to life. So my thing is, if you have a good person that's doing everything else, but the sex is like, I'm not. We
If
ain't
the
saying,
sex is
we're
bad,
not saying it's that bad.
but
It's
you
just,
can't do
you're
that.
You're not being all the way pleased. You know that
Now you
there's-
change the
there's
parameters
still
of
room.
it. You said
I mean, but that's what bad
you
sex
just-
is.
No.
Because you're comparing it to your good sex, so you're not being all the. You're
no,
not being
no.
maximized.
What is bad sex?
No. Bad sex when I'm just not being satisfied, period.
Bad sex is what?
I'm not being satisfied, period.
But you know that before you even get in a relationship. Well,
And I wouldn't get into relationship. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't even get into a relationship. I would try in a dating stage, try. If it's failing, I'm not gonna whatever. I'm a patient person, and I build my relationships differently from other people. At least now I've learned in retrospect, people build relationships differently. I look for 3 simple things when dating somebody. My preference has 3 things, and none of them are physical. So when I find those 3 things in somebody and I have decent sex attached to it, I'm going to get into a relationship. And I've had pretty decent relationships so far in my life. I mean, shit went wrong for a few of them, and that was because I had a big hand to play in that. But the people I chose were pretty decent people. I could have, if I wanted to. If I was a better person, we could have lasted until now. But it's not like I don't feel nobody.
So let me ask you a question. Did you cheat on any of your exes?
Yes.
So they had the good sex and you still cheated on them?
No, that's what I'm saying. I was a shitty person. You not say I
understand you was a shitty person.
Did I
but
not?
I want the audience to understand. They had the good sex that you're recommending. This is a must. You're not settling for less than this, and you still cheated on them.
Okay, but there was other shit wrong.
No, Jesus was talking about you in the fucking Bible, y'all. That's fucking crazy. That's great. The way she's making sex seem, you wouldn't think she would cheat on you, right? Am I the only one bullshit here? Could y'all blast Tanya in the fucking comments? What the fuck is going on here?
No.
She still cheated on the guys with the good sex.
Because I was a shitty person.
One shitty, always shitty. What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking? You still shitty then, motherfucker. What are we talking about? You cheated on the guys with the good sex. That means you
ain't no pleasing you.
Yeah, there's no pleasing you. There's no pleasing you. That's it. Yeah. That was good.
Take fucking iron.
Yeah, man, that was fucking crazy, man. Tanya's
don't shoot your shot if your sex trash. Moving on.
You ain't gonna know your sex.
She gonna cheat on you
What's
anyway,
good
brother.
for somebody? That's a fact. Fucking be Ron Germany and shit.
She'll go to one of them little carnivals, the little dog and shit, on Eastern Parkway, shake one leg like this, and she gonna cheat on you, my G. So you might as well. You might as well come at her with whatever you got, my guy.
Would you allow your partner to have sex with somebody else?
What?
If you couldn't sexually please them.
So if I... You see what the fuck y'all motherfuckers encouraging now? You see what y'all motherfuckers encouraging? I don't do nothing.
I'm just asking.
Because sex is important. Is that important to y'all? See, I'll answer the motherfucking question over there. So you say everybody's gotta be unsatisfied?
No. Then my thing is, if that, like I said, if you're not satisfied, there has to be something. I think sex is teachable. So there has to be something. Will I allow you to have sex with somebody else? No. It's not happening.
That's selfish.
Everybody wants the 3 things I look for.
Well, then can I have sex with somebody else? Then if I'm not satisfying you, am I allowed to have sex with somebody else that I might satisfy?
No.
You see my point. So,
But
I know it's not satisfying.
important,
but if you're
right?
not, all right. So I'm not.
If the person's
okay,
not
so
satisfied, that's the person.
Yeah.
that
So
gets
if they're not satisfied, if you're not satisfied,
But you satisfied.
I'm satisfied, right? You satisfied. You not satisfied. I'm satisfied.
Yeah.
But you're saying, so since you're not satisfying me, I could go have sex with somebody else. But if I'm trying to satisfy you and I'm not satisfying you, and you can have sex with somebody else, then why can't I go have sex with somebody else?
Because you satisfied.
I'm satisfied, but you're not. So
That
now,
what you
but
ain't
you're
got nothing to do with me.
satisfied. My ego wants me to go
satisfied.
satisfy
Sex is
somebody
not
else.
important.
Yeah.
No,
Listen,
sex
listen,
ain't
listen.
important.
No,
but
I
you
want y'all to
asking a
understand what the
question.
fuck is happening. Stop it, Ma. You gotta understand what just happened.
Sex isn't important. But
Tanya is getting the sex that she want and still cheating, and Danny want to fuck multiple people because she's satisfying everybody. This shit is crazy. I don't want to say we got some in the building, but Christmas is this week. Is
my thing is, if you can have sex with somebody else, what you're telling me is what's good for you is good for me because this is a relationship.
That's not telling you
it's
that.
a partnership. It's a partnership.
That's
so
bad.
That's
bad morals.
So
That's
then we
bad
have
morals.
sex with somebody else.
I don't like where your morals is going.
So then we have sex with
I don't like
somebody
where your
together.
morals
That's
is
how that
going.
works.
You the type that if somebody cheating, you cheating too.
No, I am not
Sound
that
like
type
if
of
you
person.
can go have sex, so walk it out.
But I am the type of person to let you know that if you can cheat, I can. That doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to. But if
You
you're
going
allowing this in a relationship, no, I'm not.
Yes, you just asked the question about the other
She
part.
cheats, but she's not a cheater.
Question.
Oh, she.
She's not a cheater.
I asked the question. You asked, could you go and cheat? Could the
Not
other person
cheat, I
go
said
and
give permission.
Could would you let the other person have sex
If I
with
wasn't
somebody else?
satisfying the girl,
And I
yes,
said
go
no.
fuck
And
somebody
I
else that's
said no.
satisfied.
Well, have you ever been not satisfied by a woman? Yes. And what did you do?
Did you pursue a relationship?
I taught her.
You taught her.
That's good.
Fuck out of here.
Professor La. That's good.
I had to teach her, about love.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that, man.
Sex is not that important to me
All
anyway.
true, y'all motherfuckers just some lying. Sex is not that important, but
That's not that
There's no
important.
but.
I
My
think
thing
the
is,
deeper you get,
you
it
like
don't-
sex,
it don't
you like
become that
sex.
I like
I like
communication.
sex. I need you to stop. I need you to just stop that today.
I like
I
communication.
need you to stop.
See, people don't understand
La.
men. Men want a peace of mind.
That's it.
Men want a peace of mind.
It's
So
the
if
men
I
doing
come
all the
home
work anyway
and
sexually.
I'm not beefing with somebody.
I work, do
How-
the
the
double.
men are
I
doing
don't come
all
home,
the
jump on
work
top of you and work
sexually?
some more.
Yeah,
No, that's
yeah.
But what
talk,
if she
baby.
want to jump on
I
top
don't
of
do
you?
that. Nah, that's more work. That's
Yeah,
talk.
How? You don't have to move.
That's
Because
just
most
talk.
women are
Let's
lazy.
just talk.
Yeah, I'm not
Most
about
women are
this sex
lazy.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
lazy, asthma,
Y'all don't
bad
go to the
knees.
gym.
You know how
Y'all
that
can't
shit
even
goes.
ride, knees hurt, all
Cracking.
kind of shit. Yeah,
Ain't knees
it's
cracking.
just-
You ain't never play no type of sport.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of shit going on. They be having ace bandages on and shit. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Swollen. I got water in my knee. How the fuck y'all water in your
I don't know what's happening
Dudes
today.
appreciate communication. I think women look down on it. They think we're joking, but we're being honest.
We actually
Men
just
want
wanna
a
talk.
piece of fucking mind. If you could be,
We wanna
this
talk.
is a, ladies. I'm gonna give it away. Merry Christmas. All right? If you
Give
could
it
be
to
his
him.
piece
Merry
of
Christmas.
fucking mind,
That's it.
he's gonna stay with you. He's not gonna break up with you. And hey, look at it like this. When it come to cheating, he'll second guess it. Not saying he won't.
Triple
but
guess
he'll-
it.
He'll second guess it because you're a piece of mind. When
Facts.
you're a headache. You're unsubmissive. You argumentative. Confrontation instead of carefrontation. He's gonna be out there. You know what I mean? He's gonna be out there. Black Success is just helping you out.
That's
for
a new word y'all
Christmas.
better know.
You know what I mean?
Carefrontation.
Carefrontation. Come with the
Carefrontation.
solution
I am
to it.
inclined to agree.
Thank you.
Hello?
Stop. Be a man's peace.
Hello.
What they say? Be his peace.
Be his peace and suck his dick.
Oh man.
man.
Well.
We already know what you. We get it. We get it. We get it, Tanya. We understand.
Ain't no satisfying
You're
her.
with the shits. No satisfying her. Like this girl is crazy, man. This girl is
Be
crazy.
his peace and
man.
suck his dick. I'm just here. I'm just letting the people know.
Amen. Amen.
Think you gonna be his?
There's a lot going on today.
I don't know what's
There's a lot
happening.
going on. I'm keeping my peace. LeBron play later. I'll just irritated, man. Yeah, LeBron play at 9:30.
Who they play?
I don't know. I know he played at 9:30 though. Yeah.
Anyone else want to talk about some more sex shit?
I mean, it just gotta be easy, man. Control your shit, man. Stop having bad pussy management and bad peen management. You know what I mean? Manage your situation. You understand? And that's it. You know what I mean? If your sex the fucking bomb, it should be getting treated like that. You know what I mean? Because if niggas got the bomb sex to be with Tanya and still getting cheated on, something
That son
the
ain't
game
right,
ain't the
man.
game ain't right.
That shit's fucked
The
up.
game ain't right. You come with the package and still get cheated on. The
Cookie
game
call
ain't
me.
right. Yeah, I mean,
He
hello?
cheated first.
Hello,
he cheated first.
Cookie cheated on you first?
No.
Let's address that real quick. Why is that? Why do women do that shit?
What?
I don't talk about women. I'm talking about me. I go neck for neck. If you cheat, I'm gonna cheat back. Unfortunately,
Like
I'm not that mature.
Not all women act like that.
Most women do.
I'm like that.
80%.
If I cheat,
I
cheat back.
I'm not like that.
Wow.
Me?
I feel like
Why
that's
does
too
his
easy.
dick?
Because
Because I do his dick gonna do like what?
Because I want him to feel how I feel. That's the one thing I haven't matured in yet.
So you gonna be a hoe because he a hoe?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Me, I just feel like
At least
I just
she's
feel like
honest. It's not like honesty.
that's
That's
I
not
don't know.
good. Nobody's supposed to change
That's
your
too
moral
easy
fiber.
to me.
Nobody's supposed to change your moral fiber though.
Not at all.
Uh-huh.
You gotta live with that. If you cheat on me, you gotta live with that because I didn't do anything to you.
You just said that what's good for the goose, good for the goose. You're a cheater too.
No, I asked you a question.
She cheats, but she's
no,
not a
let's be
cheater.
clear.
Oh,
Let's just be clear. I cheated with, and I wanted to hurt feelings. That's why I cheated.
That's
I didn't
why I
want to be
cheated
in
too.
a relationship, and they didn't want to let me go, so I cheated.
What
so
you mean they didn't want to let you go?
They didn't want to get out the
relationship.
So you couldn't leave. They were holding your feet, Danny. They were holding your feet.
No,
So
but
somebody
it
physically
wasn't
kept you in a
attachment
relationship.
there. It wasn't attachment.
So no,
there,
he
and
kept
I
you
wanted,
there. So he didn't want you to go. So you couldn't be like it's over and let him figure it out.
It is.
So it wasn't that.
I mean, so if that's the
you
case,
wasn't married, like
It was done.
Hold you hostage.
You live
Break
together.
up.
So
Break
move the
up.
fuck out.
break up with a text message.
You moved out, but if you moved out and you say you're over.
That's
So
it.
if you say you
So
still
technically
technically
I
cheated,
didn't cheat then.
you didn't technically shit.
I mean, not to tell my business, but I mean,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I didn't want it, and I was moving on.
At
That
the
was
end of the
me
day,
moving
you
on.
still cheated.
That's a fact.
It's fine. I didn't beg for
We got-
forgiveness either.
We got the cheaters on this side of the table.
You
and
see
the faithful
But
guys on this
regardless,
side.
I just feel like doing what you do to
showing
me,
for the black
doing
women that
what you
look good
do,
on that
doing what
side.
you did to me, like doing what you did to me to you is corny.
Yo, we're still doing the show, y'all.
Yeah, what's happening? But yeah, I think that's just the easy road. I'd rather you live.
What's the easy
with,
road?
Cheated? Like
No,
the
or
road
you
you
doing,
took?
or you doing what you did to me. Listen, like I said, I wanted you to find out. So regardless, I didn't do it as a mistake.
You didn't do it on
nothing.
video
I knew
and send
exactly
it to
what
him,
I
so
wanted.
you ain't want
I knew
to
exactly
find
what
out
I
like
wanted
that.
to do. Like
Everybody
at the
knows
end
they
of the day,
wanna
I was
do it.
moving on. Bottom line.
So you could have just moved on without cheating. At the end of the day, you look like a cheater too. So it looked like he didn't lose a good.
What you mean she looked like a
prize.
cheater?
I guess.
Cheaters have a
cheat-
look?
Yes, like you.
I look
when
a
you
cheater.
Look,
You
when
ever
you
cheated?
cheat, no, I don't cheat.
You've definitely
Black
said
men
you
don't
cheated.
cheat.
Black men don't cheat. First
Black
of
men
all.
don't cheat.
At all.
That's cheaters on that side. All right?
Whatever.
Hello.
Women cheat way
Whatever.
more than men. We already.
Oh gosh, now we gotta do this.
No,
Go
I
ahead.
just had a talk
I'd rather
with my
you deal
boy,
with the
right?
guilt.
No,
You
no,
wanna
no.
talk with who?
One of my boys, and women do cheat more than men.
Why
And you
you
know
say
why they
that,
get
man?
away with it? It's not because y'all smarter than nothing.
Y'all
It's
don't
because
pay
men will
attention.
look like a bitch telling on a woman that he fucking her. Like they telling a man, telling her
And y'all
your
don't pay
boyfriend.
attention.
It's not about that. No, it's not about that. A man can't blow you up and look cool, but a woman could blow a man up. You understand what I'm
I
saying?
see what you're saying.
Man, that's why
what
y'all
you're saying.
don't get caught cheating. A man could hold it down and be like, all right, because he know he fucking. Not because y'all so good at fucking
Right,
cheating.
Because they're not.
Yeah, it's
They're
the
not.
man values having sex with you.
No,
That's what it is.
that was always weird to me. Like women want to be like
The women cheat
master
more.
cheaters, but haven't mastered being in a relationship. Like how could you? How you master the wrong shit? How did you master the wrong shit?
That's
like
what they
master
do.
just the cheating portion and not how to keep a man and how to get your preference to come
Yeah.
and knock on your door. Like it's kind of weird.
Master how to find the cheater.
For
Yeah,
clarity,
Don't
I
be
only cheated on
phony.
one of
Don't
my
master how to
boyfriends.
cook or
What
nothing.
you say?
Yeah, you turn into DOI and shit.
Like
The
one
fuck wrong
person
with you?
ever.
This shit is
Uh-huh.
crazy.
Just for clarity, I only cheated on one of my boyfriends.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Fuck you talking about?
That's a lot.
Nigga say
That's a
yeah,
lot.
whatever.
That's a lot.
That's a fact.
Let's talk about Christmas, man.
Oh God.
What's the best gift you ever got? What's the best gift you ever gave?
Ooh.
Christmas.
Don't
is
do
coming.
this to me.
Wow.
I don't fucking know.
Got the silky do rag.
I just cut my hair a few years ago.
The best gift I ever got on Christmas was love. The best gift I ever gave was love. You know what
Yeah. So what gifts you got, Daddy? So what gifts you got,
I
Daddy?
mean? Put the smooth voice on.
I got a few gifts at Christmas.
Could have been a childhood gift. What's your most memorable gift? Put it like that.
Getting my Barbie folding fun house.
That's nice.
And
Folding.
my Super Nintendo.
Okay. I think mine's is I think I got a Genesis. That was like the most memorable one because we wasn't expecting no gifts and we woke up and got shit.
My dad came.
I got a fucking Hess truck once.
A Hess, the yellow one, the dump truck,
the white with the green.
Oh, the tractor trailer.
I used to have to buy my son one of those every year. Every year I had to buy the new Hess truck.
The Hess truck is dope, son. That's a fact. My mom got me that.
I don't know the best.
You know why boys love them things.
What, trucks?
Like those Hess trucks. Because my little brother, he started it, and then my son wanted one every year, so I have to get him a Hess truck every year. The new ones that come out.
That shit been out since like.
Yeah, it's just forever. I don't know. That shit ain't never. You got a memorable gift or anything?
My gifts I got last Christmas from my cookie. The reason I don't like Christmases and birthdays because usually let me build my fucking story because y'all niggas had trash ass gifts. Let me talk. Let me be great.
Go.
So usually, I don't usually get birthday gifts and Christmas gifts. Just kind of how I just grew up and just
Jehovah's Witness
coming around. No, I was.
They don't get
we just ain't had money, but so I just got accustomed to just not receiving anything. I was never a person to really want anything around Christmas. I'm not a demanding person. I don't have a long list. I don't have wish lists. So, it was coming into the end of the year when I started Bad Gyal thing. And I was doing the videos and the pictures, and I was buying my lights and putting my studio together. He asked me what I wanted for Christmas, and I was sending him just stuff for my studio, like my in-house studio. I currently have one. So I sent him a whole bunch of stuff on Amazon, what to put together and whatever. And during that time, I remember now in retrospect, he had asked me, like, why don't you do a YouTube channel? And I'm like, nah, I'm not ready for it. Plus, I got to go back camera, whatever. So fast forward to Christmas Day, the day of Christmas, the day before Christmas, he came and he brought everything I sent him on the list, and he brought it to the house, his studio. I was excited as shit because I had my studio. I was so satisfied. And then Christmas Day, I woke up, and he had this package or whatever, and I opened it, and it was like 6 buttons of math equations on them. If you don't know, I'm a math enthusiast, I'm a math fanatic, so I was excited as shit. It had Einstein's, whatever, and I'm excited as these bitches didn't tell me anything. But I'm excited as hell about my buttons. So he's like, we're going to his mom's house he's like, let's go to my mom's house for pepper pot because I'm Guyanese. Like, I'm a pepper pot. So I had my studio, I had my math buttons because I'm a geek, and I was getting my pepper pot. So I'm sitting there with his mom talking, and he comes out of the room. He puts 2 bags on the table. One was for him. And then, so I'm sitting looking in the bag like, what the fuck is this? He's like, that's yours. So I open it, and it's my camera. The whole setup, the whole shebang, my whole professional camera. So
wow.
So that was the last thing to finish. For me, that was my most memorable gift. Because it was something I genuinely wanted. And it's something that was going to help me towards my business. And I use it today. So that was nice. I got my camera.
Next time, just say you got a camera.
Fuck out of here. You need a backstory. You need a motherfucking story. You need the backstory, bitches. You need the fucking backstory.
What you had for breakfast that day. Man, this you had a fucking camera, man.
Because a bitch wasn't expecting her camera, okay? Some niggas don't even invest in bitches. I got everything for my studio.
You cheat on Cookie, we gonna roast you. Don't let me ever catch you. I'm recording you. I'm snitching.
So
any woman I catch cheating, I'm snitching now. Fuck it. Y'all ain't looking like the illest cheaters no more. I'm protesting. Black men don't cheat, and we catching these women.
That's a fact.
Is it wrong to tell kids there's no Santa?
No.
I tried to one year, and my son cried before I could tell.
He cried? How old was he?
He was like 6, 7, and I was like, I got something to tell you. We was talking all the time, and I was like, I got something to tell you. He was like, no. Like, he dead broke down. He wouldn't even let me get it out. I mean, I laughed, which is wrong, but
I'm an evil parent. I laugh at that little motherfucker.
I pick at my kids all the time, but I don't think it's wrong. I think that you should keep the imagination going for a little while, though.
Ain't no Santa, ain't no Tooth Fairy, ain't none of them motherfuckers. It's all mommy and daddy in this bitch.
When they see those gifts,
I'm okay.
They're all excited.
I think that's wrong, man.
Listen, I'm not removing Santa from Christmas. Like, Santa's a part of Christmas. He's a figure there. You know, you go in his lap, you ask for gifts and shit. Right, Santa list, but just know it's my card that's swiping, bitch. Like, we're not doing this.
No,
ain't no nigga coming and drinking cookies. Like, I'm not gonna do the whole. I'm not gonna do the whole. First of all, we black. How many of y'all got fireplaces in y'all house? This shit just doesn't make sense. Like, Santa is not for the ghetto. There's a whole song.
Ain't no
Santa
chimney.
Claus, why did you come to the ghetto?
My mother told me
you got a chimney
when I was younger.
You got a chimney?
My mother, I lived on the 6th floor, and my mother told me that he comes down, he lands
fire
on the
escape?
roof. No, and he comes down from the roof. I literally was waiting for Santa all night. I went to sleep, but when I was younger, my mother would hide the gifts, and then when I wake up, the gifts would be there. Mm-hmm. So I was just like, how does Santa get here? You know, I mean, we live in the projects. Like,
you know, Santa, bitch. I'm going to sit down with my Santa hat
Can't
on
do
Christmas Day.
Incinerator. He came through the
You
center.
can believe in Santa. I'm going to let you can, listen.
You gotta believe a little bit, maybe.
Santa was a part of my entire life.
You know what it is? Kids figure it out on their own.
They do.
You understand?
Yeah.
It's
You
like
gotta
they figure
let
out
them
the
do that
tooth
on their
fairy
own.
ain't real.
Like the same way women or men believe that their preference one day is gonna appear. Kids need that same belief in Santa. They need to believe that the gifts.
Keep believing in that nigga, right?
Yeah, keep believing in the nigga. Let them have an imagination.
Listen.
Stop taking away kids' childhood, because I feel like that's where people make kids turn adults too fast. Now they all of a sudden turning down dinner like, I don't want to have macaroni and cheese for the night. I want to have. You ain't an adult, nigga. You can't.
Nah,
what
my
the fuck
whole
is you
life.
talking about? You understand that?
My whole life, Christmas
Make them
is
kids be
Christmas
kids,
is
man.
family for me. Like, Christmas is family time. Is the food, is the gifts, is the sharing, or whatever. Like, Santa was never. It wasn't like Santa doesn't exist. Santa's so evil. It's all me. But we just knew it was our parents buying shit. It was, and there's nothing wrong with kids knowing that their parents are buying shit. Because why? We had a merit system in our house. Like, you do good in school, you achieve certain things, you're gonna get whatever you want for Christmas, plus whatever we were gonna get you anyway. So we went to the mall. We took the pictures with the motherfucker. We sat down. Oh, we went to see Santa. We get the gifts and whatever, the free shit. But Christmas, when it came down to it, it was just, we knew it was our parents. And there's nothing wrong with knowing it's your parents. Nothing wrong with that shit.
Nothing wrong with it, but let them figure it out on their own.
I'll fucking figure it out. Ain't no, there's Santa, but we're gonna go to the store. My father took me to half of my Christmas life. He took us to the store. We chose whatever we wanted. And then he would also buy us some extra stuff. So, like, we just knew it was him. It wasn't.
You know, if that's the case, then
and then we still got free ass
kids
gifts.
To church. You can't take them to church. So don't believe in Jesus.
We don't go to church either.
Santa.
Oh,
I got another one. I got 3 clips this week. So. You know what I mean? But that's my thing. Kids gotta believe. If they believe that there's a higher power, that if they do wrong, that there's a hell and heaven and all this. You're gonna have them pray every night and all this crazy. They gotta believe in They gotta believe in Santa. They gotta believe in Jesus. They gotta believe it, and let them filter out as they get older, as they become adults, as they start becoming independent. What they want to keep and what they want to let go.
It's a little different when you live in the ghetto.
Why?
I lived in the projects,
Why?
and I believe in Santa.
It's
I'm from the
different.
ghetto.
That's nice.
I'm from the ghetto.
Maybe had different.
They know
I'm from
me.
the ghetto too.
They call me ghetto black.
I'm from a ghetto in a whole different country. It's different
AKA
when
Papi Chocolate.
it's different when you telling your friends this, telling your kids this. Santa in your house, we go next door, and your friends are hungry. And your friends ain't got gifts and shit. Why the fuck Santa skipped them? And they were good kids. Like, that's another reason why. As much as that's another reason why we just couldn't believe in it, because it was never uniform. You had to put some amount of reality into it.
Even if you lived in a house, your next door neighbor might still be hungry. That mortgage might not be getting.
Nah, I'm just saying,
it's the
like,
same shit.
I grew up in the ghetto. I grew up in a
fuck.
Caribbean ghetto. I'm not saying my parents is like, it's us buying, it's not Santa. It's like, we had the whole shebang. But from pretty young, we knew it was our parents. So it wasn't like they were forcing down our throats. That's what I'm saying. Like, you could have Santa, but it's us at the end of the day.
So when you have a child, like when they like 2, you just gonna be like, nah.
If
listen,
they think it's not, if they
me and daddy.
like you guys said, they'll figure it out. But if you grow up in the ghetto,
I'm saying,
ghetto,
would you?
I'm
I
not
ain't
gonna
talking
tell them shit. My parents never tell me there's no Santa Claus. I just knew.
What if Nico wants his kids to believe that they're Santa?
My boyfriend will not want his kids to believe it's Santa Claus. For a fact.
Somebody says Santa is not in the Bible. Motherfucker, the Bible is man written. What's wrong with you? You really think Jesus wrote? You think Jesus wrote that? You think Jesus wrote the Bible? Like, get the Fuck out of here. Halloween is not in it neither. But you take your kids trick or treating. Huh? I'm waiting for you.
Stupid.
Fuck out of here, man. Valentine's ain't in the Bible neither, but you want something on the 14th. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Yo, that gotta be his own show, and fucking Ramen gotta come up with it, dog.
What?
We gotta have a show about all these other
Bible?
shit versus the Bible, yo.
He ready.
Belief
He ready to bring
is
holy to
belief.
the water.
Belief is belief, man.
He ready to bring holy to the water.
Yeah, we gotta do that.
He a good debater. He put that Bible up against anything.
That's
He's
fact.
definitely
Nah,
in
he
the
put that
comments right
he put that
now
Bible up
going in.
against anything, man.
That's a fact.
They trying to fight you.
You in a relationship? Who black, right?
I'm gonna be in the comments later. We gonna go at it, y'all.
Look, you in a relationship, right? Is it cool to ask your boyfriend or girlfriend for a gift that you can't afford, and you can't return a gift back of equal value?
Chris is wrong.
Wait, what happened? Say that again.
Like, let me give an example, right?
This was good.
Like,
I
boom,
didn't understand.
we in a relationship,
Uh-huh.
and I'm like, oh, babe, can you buy me this 70-inch TV? It's $5,000 or whatever. Like, I know I can't afford it, right? I'm trying to put you on a mission to get it. But knowing I can't give you a gift of that same value, is that right or wrong?
It's 100% wrong.
That's
I just look at things differently.
So you want somebody to buy something you can't afford?
No, what I'm
Yes, she do. Yes. The answer is yes.
Stop
dancing.
I want somebody to buy shit that I don't want to buy. Like, it'd be shit like that. Like, I asked for electronics during Christmas time because I don't like buying electronics.
But
Like,
you could,
shit like
but
that.
generally you could afford it if you wanted to buy it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
But,
different.
I mean, do I think that is wrong? The person could literally say no.
That's evil as fuck.
But the person could literally say no.
That's evil
What
as
you
fuck.
mean,
Even
say no?
acts. The fact that you had that thought
Yeah.
process is evil as
Like,
you
fuck.
I can't
can't-
afford this,
That's
so let
kind of
me
like
ask you
that's
to
kind of
buy it
like
'cause I know
that's
you
kind of
can't
like
afford
Send
it.
somebody on a mission.
being in a relationship with
Yeah.
sorry. It's
No,
kind of
go
like being in a relationship with somebody and you decide together that you're gonna get a car. You know this guy budget is hoopty. You understand? But you tell him. I'm only driving in a fucking Lexus. I love
Oh,
Lexus.
no,
I love
that's-
the brand.
no,
You know,
that-
it's like the same thing.
That's wrong
You're
to
doing
me.
you're doing what you wouldn't do. You know,
Yeah,
Exactly.
basically.
That's
you
the
doing what
problem.
you
Yeah.
would
you
do.
wouldn't do. That's
the
fucking
problem.
corny. So for you to even fix your lips, even if they could say no, for you to fix your lips and even think that you should have even told me that, hey, can you get me something that you know I can't get for
afford.
myself and I ain't getting you nothing
wouldn't
of that
ask, though.
of that value? That's fucking retarded.
Wow.
That's crazy.
I wouldn't ask for something that I know you can't afford.
If you
Women do it
can't-
all the time.
No, it's not
But
about
you
him
say-
not.
but I
It's
would-
not
you
about him
asking
not
a
affording it.
specific-
It's
I
not
wouldn't
about
ask
him
for
not.
something
That's
that
not the
I'm
question.
saying you
That's
can't
not-
afford it.
Hold on, she got the question.
I
wrong.
probably wouldn't
The
ask
question
that
is,
either.
you can't afford it. He could afford it. That's why you're asking him, because he can afford
Yeah,
it.
you can't afford
The thing is, you can't afford it, and you can't afford to get him something
Equal value.
equal value. So
No, I
you know
wouldn't do
your
that.
gift is gonna be less
Is
than.
it wrong?
Yeah,
Is it
yes,
wrong?
it's
Do you think it's wrong?
Like
wrong
you
or
asking
right?
for a Louis
I would
bag,
say
and then
yeah,
Christmas
it's
you gonna
wrong.
wrap up some socks for me.
I would say it's
Like some
wrong.
polo socks. Like,
I would
we
say
exchanging
that is
gifts.
wrong.
It's
'Cause
wrong, but
your
it's been going
analogy-
on since the
your
beginning of
analogy,
time.
your analogy, like, yeah.
It
that's
happened on
wrong.
Christmas. It happens on Valentine's Day. It happens
all
on
the
Father's
time.
Day.
Facts, men don't
Oh,
get
no.
All
shit.
the fucking
all the
time.
time.
All year round, it fucking
So
happens.
if that happens, are you saying that they actually get it or that they
They
don't?
got
get
it.
Women
No,
it?
it's
get
different.
women
I'm not-
get
because
better gifts.
I don't know.
Women
like,
get better
stuff
gifts
like
on
that, And I
Christmas.
don't really agree. Maybe because
Women
I don't
get
pay
better
attention.
gifts
I
on
don't know shit
Christmas.
Like that.
Women get better gifts on Christmas. Women
Always?
get better gifts for their birthday.
You get better
Women
gifts
get
on
better
Christmas,
gifts.
or you go out your way to make sure that cookie is good.
That's me personally.
You personally, right? But you're a woman, right? So
What did
I don't
Cookie
think
get last
it
year?
depends.
I don't think I know she bought him a
Huh?
drone one time. Like
Randomly, he got a drone.
Like, but
You
what
love
I'm
that
saying
shit.
is not all women are like that. Some women will go above and
Majority of
beyond to
women
make
get
sure
better
that
Christmas
they're
gifts. Majority of women
men
get
are
better
happy.
birthday gifts. Majority of women get a one-sided Valentine's Day gift. Majority of women, men go out their way
And they
for
act-
Mother's
Men want
Day.
Valentine's
They
Day.
But you
act.
know what's
For
crazy?
Mother's Day,
Yes.
men go out their
You
fucking way.
angry.
For Father's Day, Father's Day, I was with just a whole bunch of fathers, barbecuing all day. We was barbecuing our own shit. I went tight in them in Nazareth. We barbecuing our own shit. Fathers feeding fathers. There was no women catering to it. It wasn't even no
Fathers
traffic.
feeding
Man.
fathers.
I did
Father.
15 minutes.
Ain't no Father's Day
What's
traffic.
that?
Ain't no
Father's Day
traffic.
Like, come on, man. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
There's
I don't like
there's
going
there's
out
some
during those
truth to what
holidays.
he's saying, like, but there really is. Like, I've seen it happen. Like, not, like I said, not everybody has that in them where they care enough to put extra effort and extra thought into what they're getting. And it's different when, if you're somebody who can't afford something, that's a whole different demon from you being able to afford something and then still choosing not to get somebody something. You know? But then on the flip side, there are men who don't like women doing certain things for them because they don't like the idea of a woman being able to say, I did this, or I bought you this, or I got you this. There are a lot of men who also give pushback on that also. I've seen it happen. It's happened to me. I've brought the conversation up. It's happened to other women too.
Pushback on a gift?
Yes, there are men who really just don't want a woman to ever get him something of extrinsic value. So when they, like, let's say we break up, and I had bought you a Rolex. We all know it's a really good gift or whatever. There's some men who just won't even want that Rolex just because they don't want a woman to say, like, oh, if it wasn't for me, that nigga won't have his Rolex on his hand. There's some men who just really don't want that. So they don't even fight up to even request a gift or even want a gift or expect a gift because they don't want that. And I've seen that shit happen so many times too.
So let me ask, when getting a gift, is it is it more of a money value or is it more of a thought that counts with y'all?
Both.
The money goes into the thought.
Both.
Like, you can give somebody something meaningful, and then you can give somebody something of value monetarily, and it's still meaningful. There's people. How should I say it? I'm struggling to put this together in my head. Like, if I care about you, I'm going to get you something proper. Point blank. There's some people who will care about you, but they'll just buy you some socks just to say, well, at least I got you something. No thought, no nothing going into it. Then there's some things that are priceless. You really can't put a price on it. You know, I'll put together maybe a surprise party for you. That's a whole different demon from me actually buying you a sizable, valuable gift, tangible item to give to you. And I don't think you should half-ass those items either. You know,
I think women set the tone. Like, if I ask you what you want, right, for Christmas, and you say something like, oh, I want a Birkin or something. I mean, if I go out my way to get that, I better have something equal value coming my way too.
Yeah. I can't just give you back a wallet.
Well, majority of the time, you won't.
You won't get
You
that.
won't.
89%.
You might get some Timbs. You might get a little pair of Uptowns with
A wallet.
that, and that's about it. She gonna pack you up right there. She gonna stop you at 5.
Get a Coach wallet.
Yeah, and pack you up right there, honestly. And most of the time, based on what Tanya is saying, yeah, people are scared of because women do throw it back in your face.
Yep.
If they do anything that they would want a man to fucking do, oh, get me a Louis bag, get me a da-da-da-da-da, and men would do it. Men get in the Louis bags, men get in the whatever.
no problem,
men
they
get
don't say
the
nothing.
trips, the whatever.
Nothing.
Men never
Yes,
throw
they
that.
do.
Men never put that shit back out there. You
Look
know
at
what I
all
mean?
the
Movies.
posts.
Man, never
Look
put
at
that
all
shit
the
back
posts
out.
where people talk about their past relationships. Look at how the women list all the things they do for their men.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Look at all, like, just
That's
look at
a
the
fact.
list. Like,
I fixed his resume.
We
I
need to
did-
talk
we
about
didn't,
that.
Yeah, we don't
We
need
need
to
me
to
know
talk about
personally,
that.
me,
Talk about
I mean,
what?
me
Oh, wait.
5
Like,
years ago
like-
would have done it.
Put it
Me
in the
now,
notes.
me 5 years ago would have listed. Me now, if I'm with you, I want the best for you. So what I'm giving you while we're together is something that you deserve because I want the best for you while we're together.
I'm not
So anything I
listing
do
nothing.
for you, everything I do for you is for you. So I don't get no extra credit for doing things for my man while we're together. That's why I would never list things that I've done.
I never listed
But
things because I do it out of the kindness of my heart if I do anything.
Watch the comments. It comes in black and white. Watch people say, oh, I did this for this nigga, that's for the nigga, da 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 da, and he still played me. All right, I'm sad. It's bad you got played, but what you were doing was for him at that point in time, out of love.
And he probably ain't play you. The
But are you
relationship
doing
just
it?
expired.
Are you doing it out of love or are you doing it for recognition?
That's
If you
why
gotta
they're
say
listing
something,
it.
If you're listing it, did you
People
really
will
do
tell
it
you
for
they're
love?
doing it out of love, but keep it in their back pocket just in case y'all break up to shit on you.
But you know, sometimes you guys, women, women
did it 'cause you
also
wanted to do
also show them signs throughout the relationship
That's
through
very
like
true.
arguments and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
They
that's
just-
why men don't be
they
wanting them
remember
things.
shit.
They see how you play it when you're
Mm-hmm.
angry, when you start saying funny shit in front of people. And
If
all
it
that
wasn't
shit.
for me,
and men
like-
don't do that. Men don't like that shit. I know. I don't play them games. You know what I mean? That's why I make sure I'm good.
What, throwing it
regardless.
back in your face type
Yeah,
shit?
that's crazy. That's crazy.
It shouldn't be.
How could you? You
I'm like
you wasn't really in love. You wanted to be in control, and once you lost control of the person, now it's like, oh, fuck everything. Now I gotta let the cat out the bag. No, you didn't. No, you don't. Like, you know what I mean? If you did it because of love, then leave it alone. But most people aren't in love. They want to be in control of a situation, in control of a person, and they want to control the outcome of what it is. You don't know if someone's staying. Fiance, wife, girlfriend, don't matter. You don't know if someone's staying, my nigga. People change their mind and do opposite shit every fucking day. So at the end of the day, whatever you do, it got to be because you love that person. If you're operating off of love, and if you're not operating off of love, you shouldn't be operating. And that's where a lot of people get it fucked up. My fourth clip.
I remember when I brought it up to up in the group like yesterday when I was asking about, why, if I've literally never said I don't need a man for shit, because I don't believe in saying that shit, because you're supposed to be an adult. Why is it that sometimes I get treated by men like if I actually said it or if I behave like that? What is it about somebody being together with themselves that could possibly be intimidating, and they was left alone? I think it was left alone for two reasons. The men are afraid to say, I don't want a woman who's gonna have shit on me, and the women are afraid to say, well, I don't want to ever have a man for shit because I have my own shit. It's like there was a divide. I was not surprised that Post was left the fuck alone.
But real quick before we get out of here, the reason why is because okay, like kind of like what the way it seemed like whatever Danny was saying earlier about breaking up and someone not letting her go, but she was living with someone. So take that and not include her, but take that scenario, right? Imagine breaking up with somebody that you live with, but that person's paying all the bills. How could you break up? Where you gonna live? Where you gonna go? You understand? So when you become dependent in your relationship, which is what most women want, because most women claim to be old fashioned and the men's supposed to provide and da 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 da. So how are you gonna stay above water? You understand? So most of those relationships, you're never gonna know the truth, because you need this person in order for your shelter, in order to get to the supermarket, in order for vacation, to eat every day. You need this person. That's why most relationships, the only way it's gonna be real is when you got your thing going on, she got her thing going on. Y'all can survive alone already. Yep. You are already surviving alone, and you come together. Because that's when it's real. Because, nigga, I could walk away any fucking day. I'm going to be okay. I got a good job. My checks come in every 2 weeks. MCU account lit. Like, when it's like that, and you still together and you working it out, that's when it's real. See, people want to come in with nothing. People want to come in with nothing and ask for somebody to have everything and say, oh, we're going to work this out. Of course you're going to be submissive. Of course you're going to listen. You have nothing. You have nothing. Of course you are going to be as obedient as possible. But as soon as you get your shit up, fifth clip. That was it, Lie. You can wrap this shit up.
It's over. Show's over, y'all.
Wrap this shit up after that one. That was it.
It's over, y'all. Throw y'all shout outs out, yo.
Tanya, this is like
somebody.
Shout out to everybody who tuned in today. I mean, I don't really have any shout outs, so just follow me on Instagram at Your Favorite Tomboy, and you'll see me in the comments later.
Shout out to everybody who tuned in today. Shout out to everybody who's been supporting me. Again, I can't thank you guys enough. Thank you for supporting Bad Gyal Tanya. Christmas sale is over, but we'll be back in the new year, rebranded, refreshed, new products, new ways to shop, new ways to pick up. Just look forward to it. But thank you guys again. Shout out to my cookie, Level Up Wash. He had a long day at work today, but looking forward to Christmas with him. 347-356-4855. Get your washes after Christmas. Don't call him tomorrow. Do not call him Christmas Day. Boxing Day-ish. You could probably get him. Shout out to everybody watching the show, the technical team, everybody who's been supporting. I'll be in the comments later myself. I am _ Bad Gyal Tanya on Instagram. My stories be lit. Y'all gotta follow me. That's where all the mixy should be in my fucking Insta stories. See y'all next week.
Her story's not lit.
Fuck out of here.
Handsome15 Instagram, Craven Moorhead Facebook, brownholywaterpodcast.com. Go get your hoodies, your shirts, hats, all that good shit. And thank you for pulling up. Just like, share. Merry Christmas. Everybody be safe out there. I'm be alone, so somebody can send me an invitation over the house so I can get some food. I'm tired of eating oodles and noodles and stuff, but
The struggle.
Yeah, the struggle's real, man. But see y'all next week.
Yeah. So next week we're gonna have possibly have a featured guest, reggae artist, Future Fambo. He sang the song "I'm Drinking Rum and Red Bull." You know what I mean? He got a heavy accent and all that. He gonna be in the building. And my schedule for this week is pretty lit. I know a lot of people is like, "What's up with Black?" He ain't really talking too much. I'm booked. You know, I don't got no booking info, but I'm
booked and busy.
You know, I'm booked and busy for real. You know what I mean? So Friday, DJ Drewski High 97 got a big concert going on at Highline Ballroom in the city. Dream Doll is gonna be in the building. Hood Celebrity gonna be in the building. Performing G4 Boys, Little TJ. The homie from the hood, Low Key Goon, he's gonna be in the building, hosted by yours truly, Black Success. Shout out to my man Max3 Media. Saturday, I'll be hosting GQ birthday party in Queens at Amadeus, I believe the name of the club is. We'll be there. That's gonna be lit. My man GQ, that's the bro, doing big business. And then for New Year's Eve, I'm going to be at Milk River. It's gonna be crazy. If you're a little bougie, you want to wear heels and shit, this ain't the party for you. That's it. And then my birthday party is gonna slowly come up. Of course, we're gonna try to get something in there. Although La don't want to do a party this year, we're gonna try to get something in there for him and Tanya for us to celebrate. Maybe some karaoke, some bowling, something. We'll figure it out. Maybe some pool, and then we'll get ready for the gala. Black Success Friday, March 8th. You already know what it is. It's gonna be serious. Rooftop, dropping a flyer and all that. Take a link next week. Black Success is my name. You can play the video now. I'm beautiful. I'm handsome. I am who you
Play the
wish
video
you were.
now.
Let's
Now.
go.
Now.
Y'all been waiting too long, so I came back this time with a new song. Same old attitude, wanting y'all to sing along. What we talking about? Fill it up and put that thing on. Know we got that brown, holy water. Watch it, y'all be sipping, merch, drop it, black, bless it, la, pop it, Tanya, pour it, Georgie, rock it. Every Sunday at 7, yeah, you can't stop it. Like, share, follow, don't forget to comment. Getting baptized by every topic. Heard we the best, but I ain't the one that gossip. Brown, holy water, watch it, y'all be sipping, merch, drop it, black, bless it, la, pop it, Tanya, pour it, Georgie, rock it. Brown, holy water, watch it, y'all be sipping, merch, drop it, black, bless it, la, pop it, Tanya, pour it, Georgie, rock it. Brown, holy water, watch it, y'all be sipping, merch, drop it, black, bless it, la, pop it, Tanya, pour it, Georgie, rock it.